For review question 1, part A, list all the integers that satisfy x greater or equals to -2.5, but smaller than 3. So when they want us to list down all the integers meaning whole numbers, not of any decimals or of any fractions. So to better visualize this, we can actually present this inequality on a number line first with 0 in the middle. Okay, and towards my right-hand side are numbers that are bigger. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on my left-hand side will be numbers that are smaller, which are -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, so we'll draw this first part first, which is x is greater or equals to -2.5. -2.5, it's somewhere between -2 and -3, which is somewhere around here. Okay, greater or equal to, meaning I will color the circle and I will go towards my right-hand side. And I will only stop at the integer 3, but at this time round, I will leave the circle uncolored because there is no equal sign for this inequality. All right, so now that I'm done with my number line, I can better visualize the integers that satisfy this inequality, which are -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Integer 3 is not in because there is no equal sign over here, meaning 3 is not inclusive. As for the other side, -2.5, although yes, it's inclusive, but I cannot take -2.5 because -2.5 is not an integer. Okay, so these are my answers for part A. And moving on to part B, solve the inequalities 2x plus 7 greater or equals to -3, but smaller than 19. So for simultaneous linear inequalities, I will have to break it up into two different parts. One part will be this one, and the other one will be over here. All right, so let's solve the first part first. -3 smaller or equals to 2x plus 7, or 2x plus 7 smaller than 19. Okay, let's work on the left-hand side first. Same thing as what we learned in Sec 2. We will have to shift all my algebra to one side, numbers to one side. All right, since my numbers is already on my left-hand side, I will shift the +7 over to become a -7. Okay, smaller or equals to 2x. -3 minus 7 give me a -10, smaller than 2x. And I will have -5 smaller than or equals to x. Okay, I can also flip it around, which gives me x is greater or equals to -5 over here. And as for my right-hand side, 2x plus 7 smaller than 19. Same thing, 2x will stay smaller than, I'll bring this 7 over, 19 minus 7, which gives me a 12. And x will be smaller than 6. Okay, now that I have this two inequality, I'm not done. I have to represent it on my number line first. So I have -5 to 6, 0 in the middle. Same thing, right-hand side, my bigger number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And on my left-hand side, I have all the negative numbers all the way to -5. Okay, x is, drawing this part first, x is bigger or equal to, so I have to color my circle. And this part is x is smaller than 6. So leaving my circle uncolored because there is no equal sign, I will just join these two lines up. All right, and this is my number line. So all in all, for the final solution, what are the integers that satisfy this inequality? They are x must be greater or equals to -5 and smaller than 6. So meaning x is between -5 and 6, with -5 inclusive and 6 non-inclusive.